So I was in prison when this chick escaped. All right, I'm gonna try to tell this story. I cannot. I cannot not laugh while I'm telling this story. So I was in prison in 2011 when this chick, Michelle Miller. All right. I'm All right. Arizona, Perryville Prison Complex. All right. It's the only female prison complex in Arizona. So we're at work at Mannheim Auto Auction, and I'm like the lane leader in my lane. So I'm like supposed to like pay attention to everything, right? And this chick gets into a car, and I believe it was a Honda. And so, yes, these are inmates. We sleep behind fences with guards watching us, okay? But during the day, we go to work at regular businesses and stuff with usually only business access. I notice, like, we're not like in public, you know what I mean, where people can see us. We are in our orange uniforms, but we're going to work, and we're working for pennies on the dollar too, just so you know. I just want you to know that they're making a regular wage off of us, but only paying us pennies on the dollar. But anyways, so we're working at the Mannheim Auto Auction, and we're detailing cars. That's what we're doing. It used to be a job that was contracted with the men's prison, but they kept finding contraband inside of repossessed cars that would come through the detail line, and then they would take it back to the yard. And the females did it too, but I don't know if the females are just sneakier or they have their limitations. But the men blew it on that. They got their contract pulled, but they transferred it to the women's prison. So on my yard, I was on Payasua. We made good money. It was one of the better paying jobs on the yard. We're detailing cars. We'd leave with the sun rising, and we'd get home with the sun falling. And, and then we would have to go to bed. Sometimes we wouldn't even get to go smoke a cigarette after we would get home from work. It would suck. But you know what? You learn your lesson when you have to live life like that. Anyways, so Michelle Miller, I did not even ever know her. Okay, she wasn't in my lane. She was in the lane next to me. But I'm pretty sure she got into a Honda. And she fucking waved at everybody. And just drove off. And we're all like, what the did that just happen? Dude. And so we couldn't see it happening. But while we're trying to comprehend what just happened, did this chick just really get in a car and drive off? Yes, she did, bitch. Okay, yes, she did. Well, we're trying to comprehend what's going on. She's actually plowing through the exit gate to the actual property where the business is at. And there's a show area where there's fucking just vast parking lots. And then there's some fenced off parking lots where they have some they have actually a biologically contaminated fenced off yard, which I'm gonna make another video about that, okay? Because that's the thing. There's more to talk about there. But this is a huge area, the Mannheim Auto Auction, okay? I mean, I don't know. It's a huge business. It's an industry in the area. So there's like several points where she's gonna have to go through like gates basically to get out of this industry area. Well, she's plowing through every single one of them, dude. She fucking escapes. She gets caught in like Kingman, I believe, at the casino. I did look it up on Google too, just to refresh my memory, and yeah, that happened while I was in prison, and I watched that happen, dude. So what happened in the amount of like 10 minutes, in no more than 10 minutes, that place was swarming with men in green uniforms with dogs. And let me tell you, like, their drug sniffing dogs are idiots and assholes. And I love animals, okay? But I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't count. And they don't know what the hell they're doing. And they will like hit on an innocent person and get them effed up. They will bite you. They will nip you. Those dogs. Okay, so when you work in a job that is off property of the prison complex, you have to get strip searched every single time you come home from work every day. So they just randomly bring the dogs. They don't tell you they're going to bring them. They just bring them. So they'll bring the dogs in. If the dog sits down next to you, it does not want to be your friend. It doesn't want to be friends. That dog's gonna start so much shit for you, okay? And so, yeah, these scary ass dogs were everywhere, along with these fucking little green men in suits. And the ACI workers, and the ACI workers are the ones that oversee us, that they kind of are the liaison between the big money of the business and the prison complex corporation, which is a private company. So the ACI workers were like, oh, what the fuck? And the inmates are like, the only thing any of us can ever think about is cigarettes. We're like, dude, we need to light, like, can we smoke a cigarette? No, these motherfuckers got us up against the walls with our hands up. They are fucking acting like we escaped when, bitch, go look for the person who just escaped. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? Like, we got, and then we almost lost our contract with that company after that, by the way. And then after that, when we got back to the yard, did we ever get to smoke another cigarette? Not for 2 weeks, mother effer. At the same time, in like the Kingman men's prison, they're rioting over like cigarette taxes or something. I don't even know. But yeah, so we cannot smoke a cigarette for 2 weeks until they found her. I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks. I'll have to look into it more for these exact dates. But that is my story. That's what I remember of my time when I was in prison in Arizona and a bitch literally escaped right in front of us and she waved by.